everybody. Hello, hello. I'm going to give it a few minutes and wait for everybody to get on in here. Hi, Amy. How are you? I wanted to do a quick video here. I'm not going to stay too long. Just wanted to give an update because I know everybody's been asking, so I thought I would do one. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Aw. Well, that's good, Amy. How's it going, Michelle? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick update on my dad, his health, and how he's been doing. Hi, Ashley. Welcome. You're home? Oh, that's good. How are you feeling, Michelle? Are you feeling better or worse, or are you in pain? I just hope you're feeling better. And another thing I do want to do is I'm going to give a list of some of the people that I know that are having health issues or not feeling good or have been in the hospital or still are, so that you guys can be updated on them as well. So, oh, I'm so sorry, Michelle. I'll be praying for you, Michelle, and praying that you get feeling better. It's tough being ill. It is tough. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I decided to go ahead and give an update on Dad because I wanted everybody to know, because a lot of people have been asking me how he's doing because I haven't given an update in quite a while, honestly, to be honest. So I wanted to give that update. I wrote down some notes so that I could stay focused on what needed to be said, um, because I want to make sure that I get everything that I can remember in this chat. Um, so hi, Amanda. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it, guys. And before I get started, because this is a health update, I am going to be mentioning um, some things very specifically that are going on with my dad, and different things and procedures. And I just want to put a friendly caution out there to people that have weak stomachs or don't do well handling medical issues and can't really stomach hearing about it. There are some going to be some graphic details, not too graphic, you guys know, but there are going to be a little bit more graphic details about my dad that I am going to tell you about right now. So please, if you have a queasy stomach, Please take caution. If some of you cannot handle that type of information, I understand. And, if you have to leave, I totally understand. But I wanted to put out this caution to you, those folks that cannot handle information like this, that it is going to be a little bit graphic and in nature. So please bear with me. But if you can't handle it and you have to leave, I understand. Okay. But like I said, I do want to give this information to people that were asking about my dad, his health journey that he's going on. So I will start from the beginning. To those that don't know, my dad, he is this close to turning, I believe it's 83 in July, the beginning of July. So many years ago, and I don't know how many years ago total, but several years ago, my dad had his first bout of prostate cancer. And the treatment that they used on him was hormonal shots and radiation. And it went away, it went into remission, and he was cancer free for quite a while. Now, his other health issue that he's had for many years is emphysema. Sorry about that, guys. Went blank. Sorry about that. Gosh. I was wiping my the mouse on here and I went blank. Sorry about that. But anyway, so the two health conditions that my dad has had is the prostate cancer and the emphysema due to his smoking. So when he had the radiation and the hormone shots, I don't think he had very long of those methods. I don't think he was in treatment that long, and it took it away. And it was really great news. I think it was after he was diagnosed with the prostate cancer, then he was diagnosed with the emphysema. And our guess is that he had emphysema for many years. We don't know how many years he had the emphysema. He's had it now. Obviously, it's a disease. It doesn't go away. Once you have it, you have it. Anyway, he went into remission for the prostate cancer, still had the emphysema. The emphysema got to a point where it was very progressed, and he started out being on oxygen here and there and doing some treatments. And then I don't know if it was a nebulizer or what, but then it got really bad to where he had to be on oxygen 24 hours a day, every day. That didn't last too long. And he was still a missionary at the time because my parents are missionaries, and they have been missionaries to the country of Africa and also Jamaica. And Jamaica, the last several years, is where they keep going back and forth to. And so he went to Jamaica, and honestly, it helped. It helped his lungs, the humidity, the air over there. It's an island, so very warm climate, and it helped him tremendously. That, and just eventually he got off oxygen for good. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Nora. Hi, everybody. So I'm giving this update about my dad. So far, I'm starting from the beginning of his history. He was diagnosed several years ago with prostate cancer. He went into remission with hormone shots and radiation. Then he was diagnosed with emphysema, and it progressively got worse to where he was at one point on oxygen 24 hours. While he is no longer, thank God, on oxygen, the emphysema died right down to where it doesn't affect him in his everyday life, really. So that's been a blessing. However, I think it was the end of last year or very beginning of this year. I can't remember which. I want to say the beginning of this year. I got the phone call that Dad's prostate cancer came back. And we all know that when cancer comes back a second time, it comes back with a vengeance, usually. It comes back worse than the first time. And that's exactly what has happened to Dad. So the treatment was this. He went back on hormone shots and hormone therapy. Hi, Southern Belle. Welcome. But I did not know this until my dad told me. But one day I went over to his house to see him, and I said, he told me about how radiation and hormone therapy had stopped his cancer the last time several years ago. I said, well, Dad, why don't they do it again? Why don't they give you the hormone shots and the radiation? He said, Dawn, I can't do radiation again because you can only have radiation so many times, and that's it. For the rest of your life, you can't have it again. And I said, really? I never knew this. Well, fast forward, things continually, gradually progressed and got worse. The cancer spread up into his kidneys this year. His one kidney, I think left kidney, I don't know. Anyway, and so his kidney was not operating correctly. As you can imagine, he was bleeding due to the cancer. And so they wanted to put stents in his kidney, one in each kidney. So he went to the local hospital up in the county he lives in, Hillsdale Hospital in Michigan, my old stomping grounds. And they could not get the stents in due to the advancement of the cancer in there. They just couldn't get them in. So he was sent, he was shipped over to Jackson Hospital. That's still in Michigan. That was like a 30-minute drive from the Hillsdale Hospital. And so they did the procedure to put in the stents. Well, they also went in there and found it very difficult to get the stents in. So they sewed him back up. They said, this is the deal, Mr. Hancock. This is the second time that doctors have tried to get these stents in you, and it's just not working out. So here's the deal. We are going to have to put in back drainage tubes in your back. And that should help drain all the blood and the different fluids and stuff that needed to be drained out of his body. And because he was very uncomfortable and in a lot of pain because his kidney was swelling up. And, there's a lot of fluid in this and that. And so, of course, he was put on a catheter and to go through all that. So 2 days later, he had the drainage tubes put in his back, one in each kidney. And then they were finally able to get the stents in. So they put one stent in each kidney also. He had to have them both to get all this stuff. Hi, Valerie. Oh, thank you, Valerie. Thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate that. Yeah, very painful. So he had a catheter, he had a stent in each kidney, and then he had a drainage tube in his back. Two drainage tubes, one in each kidney. So my boys and I, we went up to the hospital to see him, and he had back-to-back surgery, basically. I mean, to do all this, and we were helping him up and down to go to the bathroom, and I asked Dad if he wanted me to go into the bathroom with him, and but he's stubborn and he's very prideful. He's got a lot of pride, and now he didn't want me to help him. So it's hard because it's like I'm the type of person that wants to help every step of the way. I wanna come in there almost like a helicopter mom, not trying to be, but that's my nature. I want to help. I want to take care of him. And Mom was there too, but so she kind of helped, and Mom went in there with Dad to help him. And so my mother's a little bit younger than him. My mom just turned 81, I believe. So and she's got her own issues, but so anyway, he went home. Now through this, Dad has had a great appetite. He has not had to diet in any way, which has been great, because the more he can eat normal and eat as much as he wants, as you guys know, the more energy he'll have to fight this cancer and fight all these issues going on. Hi, Gladys. Thank you so much, Gladys. So we found out his cancer had also spread during this time. They found out that his prostate cancer, of course, spread going upward, and it went into his bones and like in his kidney, which, once it reaches the bone, it's a really bad sign. So, and also with it spreading, we knew they hadn't given him a stage of cancer, but I know that basically he's in stage 4 at this point. I knew once it spreads, generally speaking, you are at least close to stage 4, if not. So his cancer, morphed into other types of cancer. One of them being bone. Yes. So I'm going to get to the PET scan because now, fast forward, I called him yesterday, and even more bad news. He had a PET scan, and his body lit up with more spots of cancer. Now he has tumors in his pelvic area and tailbone, and it's causing a lot of pain. He has around 5 to 6 tumors, he said, and it's very painful. So I started to ask him questions. He said, I'm going to get radiation for them. I said, now wait a second. You told me that you could no longer get radiation because you had your max limit of radiation. He said, well, I did for the prostate itself, but I can have radiation anywhere else in my body. What they do is when they did the radiation on his prostate, they did it only on his prostate, no other organs or other parts of his body. And he has the max amount of radiation that one can get in his prostate, basically without becoming radioactive. Okay? Because if you get too much radiation, that's exactly what will happen. So he is started radiation yesterday. He had his first treatment, and they are doing it This is they're doing it for pain management only. Um, so it's obvious he's in stage 4. Although, when I straight up ask him, what stage are you in? He says, they never said, but I know my family and I know my dad well enough to know they're keeping it from us. I think there is like the chosen few siblings that know the real truth, and it's obvious he's in stage 4. Um, that's just my reality here with him. So, let me get through this. So, um, I'm trying to hurry this because it's hard. So then my sister gave us a report, and this is the new report today. And by the way, for all of you that don't know, tomorrow is my day off work, and I will be going to Michigan to see my dad. It's only about a 35-40 minute drive to Michigan. Where they live, it's about an hour of a drive for me to go see my dad out of state. So tomorrow is my day off. I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to see my dad. I tell you guys all the time to smell the roses and, to do what you can to be with your loved ones, because that's what you need to do, because life is not promised. Obviously, we all die. So, anyway, back to the report on my dad. This is the latest, and I'm reading from my notes. Um, Dad also, I forgot to tell you, Dad also told me one bit of good news is what you guys don't know, and this is kind of graphic. Once again, those of you that can't stomach graphic details, now would be the time to leave, maybe. Um, he did tell me all along when he got this cancer this time around, um, they told him that he would have to self-castrate himself for the rest of his life, because the cancer being in his prostate, going up into the bladder region and that type of thing. He lost function to be able to pee on his own. So he's been self-castrating. Um, but as of recent, he actually has 40 to 50% sometimes of his bathroom ability back. So 40 to 50% of the time, every day, he can pee on his own. I don't know how long that's happened, but that was great news. But the pain has advanced to where it wakes him up in the middle of the night. Um, all he's been doing for the most part is taking Tylenol. My dad is very stubborn. He told me flat out he doesn't want to be on pills as much as he can help it. He goes until he is crying in pain, or on the verge of crying before he'll take a narcotic. So, for the most part, he's been on Tylenol. Yes. Oh, thank you, Deborah. So this is the latest, and I'm reading from my notes because I had to write it down. So here for the past however many weeks, he's been able to pee on his own partially. Well, as of today, now yesterday was his first round of radiation, and I think it's in the specialized parts of his body. So here's the new news. He did have a PET scan, and the recent PET scan said this. Um, he the cancer has spread to his back, shoulders, and left knee. So his back, his shoulders, his left knee, and also his whole pelvic region, including his prostate, is full of cancer. Um, so he is very advanced. So Today, what they had to do is they had to take out his stents and put new ones in. So he had surgery today. It was successful. However, um, he had a lot of bleeding. And so the different spots of bleeding they had to cauterize so it would stop the bleeding, because they had to get this internal bleeding to stop as much as possible. However, as you folks may already know, whenever you have cancer, when somebody has cancer and they get to this stage, bleeding is very common. It's almost inevitable, unfortunately. And so, because the cancer, it just eats away, it eats at the good cells and the good tissue until it causes sores and bleeding. So, this is very normal. He has very advanced cancer, and now it is everywhere in his body. So, he got his first radiation treatment yesterday. He will get his next one Monday, and it will be a total of 10. And after these 10 treatments, they're going to see how well it worked. Here's what I want to tell you that is hard for me to tell you, is that this radiation is basically only for pain management. Um, Obviously, it is not a cure. And so this will help with his pain and try to keep him at a comfortable stage. Uh, so so he can get through his day. I told you before, my dad piddles around the house and does outdoor stuff and DIYs and remodeling and uh, he fixes things, handyman, construction stuff around the house. Um, so basically, we have gotten to the stage where this is the stage before hospice is called. Um, Basically, he's staying away from hospice until my family can no longer look after him. So we are right on the brink of hospice care is where we're at. Um, After I talked to my dad on the phone, I went sourcing I went to Salvation Army. I couldn't focus on sourcing, of course, and I started to have a little moment right there in the middle of the store, and I'm like, oh gosh, I didn't want to lose it right there in the store, and I had to get out of there. But it's been a tough week. Like I said, I did talk to Dad the other day, and it was hard to hear all this. I said, Dad, I need to come up and see you. I said, Friday, I want to come and see you. It's my day off anyway, but I want to have that time where I don't have to look at the clock and be home at a certain time. I can just stay with you as long as I feel like it. So tomorrow, I will not, of course, be doing an auction or anything. I will be seeing my dad, and hopefully I'd like to do a live with him. He already knows. I would like to get him on camera if I could. Hopefully I'll be able to. I can't promise anything, but hi, Deborah. Thank you guys so much. Oh, thank you, Valerie, for letting me know. I did not know that. Wow. I can imagine with all that radiation that goes into those scans, that would make sense. Um, so, guys, he has tumors. He has now several different types of cancer going on because the prostate cancer spread. He has been taking hormonal shots and pills throughout this whole journey. I believe it started early this, I believe it was January that we got told. I'm trying to think of if it was right after my COVID stent or not that I got the phone call about his cancer. Um, but basically, from the beginning of this year um, or the very end of last year, he was re-diagnosed, and it has been back with a vengeance. And like I said, we are in the final journey. I believe. Obviously, it's spread to his whole body throughout, and now he's got all these tumors. But no matter what the situation looks like, I told him, Dad, I said, I still pray for the miracle because God can still perform that miracle. And I serve a God who's all powerful. He's bigger than the cancer. And if he wants to, he can save you from this cancer. Will he do it? I don't know. I'm not God. I don't know what his plan is right now. It doesn't look good. It looks very, very bad. And like I said, basically, he's already getting pain management. He has also quit mowing the lawn because the last time he mowed the lawn, it causes him to jostle around on the lawnmower, and that causes bleeding. So he would bleed. And so now my brother-in-law and my sister mow the lawn and take care of the outside of the house. Thank God. The thing about it is, my sister and brother-in-law, they work. And so, they couldn't stop my dad from mowing the lawn and doing what he wanted to do. But it got to a point where it's affecting his health. And he told me, and I knew it was going to kill him. I knew it was going to kill him to not be able to be himself and do all these things around the house that he's always done. My dad has worked his whole life, ever since he was a little kid. Literally, he's been doing hard labor type of jobs, manual labor. He does construction. He's been a missionary. He worked in a factory till he retired, a foundry, where they had a live furnace right in the middle of the factory. It was so ungodly hot in there. He retired from that. They became missionaries. He taught welding and mechanics in prisons in the Archibald prison in Ohio. So he's taught classes. So he's been a teacher. He's been a Sunday school teacher. He's been an usher. He's held so many positions. All he's known is work. He works every day of his life. Up until recently, he had to give up working at all. When he goes to these visits, he told me, he said, when I called him, my mom was at a doctor's appointment, and she's been really, really tired. And they checked her for a blocked artery in her heart, and luckily she has none. So they're trying to pinpoint what is causing her fatigue. She's just having some health issues herself. So when I called him, he was reading a book in the car waiting for my mom to get out of the doctor. So I was like, gee, when it rains, it pours, but I will be seeing him tomorrow. And hopefully I can get him live. Hopefully, I don't know. He said he would, but, I don't want to do it unless he really wants to. I'm not going to, push him to do it. I just would like you guys to see him. He tells me every time I talk to him that, Dawn, I am ready to go. I mean, if that's what God wants, I'm ready. Um, it's okay. And, so he's accepted his reality. I said, well, Dad, I'm glad that you've accepted whatever is going to happen, but I am still praying for the miracle because that's how I am. I'm an optimist until I can no longer be an optimist. It doesn't look good. It looks very, very bad, but I'd like to continue to pray that way. So if you pray for my dad, please, if you could. Obviously, we do pray for God's will to be done, but I'm praying for the miracle. It's not that it can't be done. We just don't know if it will be done. So, my dad's a workaholic, but he finally is down for the count. Whenever he goes on these hospital visits, from his house to the Jackson Hospital, it's like 45 minutes away to an hour, and he bleeds. He bleeds out in these car rides. So the car rides alone are rough for him. So just every little thing causes pain. It when he goes over bumps on the road or anything, it moves the stents sometimes, and he can feel it, and it causes a lot of pain, which is very hard for me to know. And like I said, he's very stubborn. He's only taking Tylenol. He's probably, I'll lay money, he's only taken narcotics probably a handful of times. But he says now he's waking up. It's the middle of the night that hurts him the worst. He doesn't sleep good. He just wakes up in the middle of the night and in ungodly pain. And then, so this radiation is for pain management. It is not to help minimize the cancer. As you can tell from what I've already told you, the cancer is everywhere in his body. At this point, if they did radiation, it on every point where there's cancer, it's too many areas. He's just full of cancer, and it hurts him to sit down. His tailbone, his prostate, as you can imagine, his colon and everything, very tender and sore. And they did cauterize, like I said, the sores in his prostate pelvic region that were bleeding while they were in there putting in the stents, probably his kidneys as well. His kidney had some blockage, which is why the stents are in there. It's to help keep his kidneys functioning. If he didn't have the stents, he'd be right back in the hospital with complications to his kidneys. So he has to have the stents, more than likely, probably the rest of his life. And every 3 months, they have to change out the stents. And he hates catheters, so he's got a catheter again. So I'm sure he's very uncomfortable. I know. So I'm going to see him tomorrow. I'm hoping I can I'm trying so hard to be strong for him, and I don't want to break down in front of him. So far, I've done really good. I'm so proud of myself. But lately, when I go and see him, I get these feelings. I get very nervous. I don't know why I get nervous, but I get nervous. Like right now, I'm just nervous thinking about going to see my dad. And it's a very weird feeling. I've never been nervous like that. So it's a new journey for me to go through this, and it's 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 hard to vocalize what exactly it is, but those of you that have gone through it, you know. My dad's name is Harold Hancock. So, oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you all. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Southern Belle and Josie, and all of you. The prayers mean the world to me, and I did tell my dad. I said, just so you know, Dad, I've got my people praying for you. I just want you to know that. And he said thank you, by the way, to all of you for your prayers. And he said, Dawn, lots of people around the world are praying for me because he knows people in Africa and Jamaica and all the states practically. My mom and dad know a lot of people. Um, and obviously my mom is struggling too with some kind of health issue, but we're just not certain what's going on with my mom yet. I will find that out tomorrow when I go, because I have yet to talk to mom. So mom is they're still trying to test her as to what's going on with her. Um, and of course she gets checked. She had a stage 4 tumor removed from the back of her ear. It's been a few years at least ago. I can't remember how long that's been, but well, we lived in Michigan. I'll tell you how long that's been. We've lived here in Indiana 6 years now. Is this 6 or 7? Bob could tell me. It's either been 6 or 7 years we've lived in Indiana, and I think it was the year before. So it's 7 or 8 years ago, right around in there. My mom had a stage 4 tumor behind her ear, and they surgically removed it, and it got all the cancer. So she was at stage 4. And ever since they took that tumor, it affected her hearing and her memory. She has kind of short-term memory now. She can't remember. She forgets a lot. And she doesn't hear well out of that ear. But her life was saved by that surgery, and we're so thankful for that. So now mom's having this other issue. It could be thyroid, because my mom has had various thyroid issues. So they're checking out her thyroid. That's what they're going to be checking out, I imagine, to see what's going on. Deborah, not this time. Usually I have my boys go with me. I'm going to try to see if my boys can go with me. I'm going to try to see if my boys can go with me, my 2 oldest, because I think they have tomorrow off. So I'm going to try to see if they can go with me. And I do want to try to go live tomorrow with my dad. However, like I said, and it'd be from I could see about using my mom's computer. But it would probably be from my phone if I went live. Which, if I did that, I probably wouldn't be able to see the chat. I don't know. Maybe I would. But I'm going to work on that because I would like my dad. I'd like you guys to see my dad, and I mean, here's what he told me. A statement that kind of cut through my heart. He told me, he said, Dawn, I get in a lot of pain at night. It wakes me up. And he said, but it's all good, Dawn. I'm fine. I feel fine. I mean, and he said this. He said, I'm in pain, but at least that lets me know I'm alive. That's what he said to me. So that's tough for me. That's tough. And my dad, I know, he's been taught all his life to man up, and men don't show weakness by crying and complaining about their health. They just tape it up and go on. You know what I'm saying? So I know my dad's in a lot of pain, but I also know when he tells me this stuff, he doesn't want me to worry. So he tells me, I'm okay, Dawn. I'm okay, but I know he's not. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my dad, and I know he doesn't want me to know the real truth because he knows how I'm going to get. So I know they are keeping some of this from me. I know they're not giving me full details. And I know my dad, especially, he's not telling me everything, but I know he's in tremendous pain. We're in Michigan. I live in Indiana. I used to live in Michigan. I used to live in southern Michigan, Hillsdale, which is in Hillsdale County, Hillsdale, Jonesville, Michigan, where if you're looking at Michigan, the thumb, we were right down here in the middle, central Michigan, southern central, right down at the bottom of the glove, right. See, Camden is right at the bottom, Camden, Michigan, and then there's Indiana to the west and Ohio to the east. So we were right near the borderlines of the other two states. My dad lives in Camden, which is right next to the Ohio and Indiana borderlines. Oh, okay. Yeah. So my dad lives in Camden, right down here, Michigan, and it's straight down, virtually in the middle. And so that's where I that'll be great, Gladys. I can't wait till you get it either. Thank you, Joe. Thank you guys all for your love and concern. I wanted to give you the update because I told Dad that I have many followers that are keeping updated on you. I said, Dad, because they're concerned and they want to know and they're praying. And my dad really appreciates it, guys. I want you to know that. He's so very thankful for all the prayers and concern. And he's got a really positive attitude. My mom has been taking it pretty hard every time, especially when he goes into the hospital. My mom, and I'm sure this news was even worse because it spread. The PET scan, it lit up all the spots of cancer in him. And I know when I went to the hospital that one time, my mom was not handling it well, as she wouldn't. I mean, they've been married for several years. Over 50 years they've been married. And it's not their first marriage, but obviously it's their last marriage because they've been together all these years. And thank God Dad still has an appetite, but now he's back on a catheter. And I know that really drives my dad nuts. It's more frustrating for him than anything. But I hope, what I want to pray for is that he gets off of it soon, but I don't think he will. The reason they put him back on a catheter, by the way, is because of his bleeding. They cauterized spots inside of him, the blood spots, the spots that were bleeding, but he's still bleeding internally. And so they've got him on a catheter because of it. And so it's very hard for my dad to accept that news. Having a catheter kept him from being him, and during this time, another bit of info I didn't tell you is several weeks ago when he went to the doctor after he got out of the hospital from the other surgeries and he got back home, they had told him, I went and seen him, and I knew he had been walking. Well, when I got there, he was walking with a walker. And I said, Dad, why are you walking with a walker? And he said, well, it's because my doctor told me that if I ever fall and break a bone, that I'm going to have to be in the hospital. That's going to be it. I'll have to be in the hospital basically for the rest of his life. And I'm like, wow. Because if those of you that don't know, when you have cancer, especially like my dad, broken bones, it's not good. It's not good to fall and to have broken bones because it is a way, kind of a vehicle that helps spread the cancer when you have injuries. And so my dad said, I don't want to fall. He was so scared by what the doctor said that he went and got himself a walker to try to make sure that he didn't fall. Well, Mom and Dad recently got hardwood floors put in throughout the house. And Dad walks really, really fast with that walker. And I'm afraid he's going to fall with the walker. You know what I mean? Because he walks. When I was there last, he was walking way too fast. I didn't like it. I wanted him to walk slow, but he was practically, it was almost like a walk run. You know what I mean? Like it was way too fast. And that scared me, to be honest, to see him walk that fast. So I'm praying that he doesn't fall, because that's one of his biggest worries. Dad does not like to be in a hospital. And anyways, this is the update on Dad. My prayers are positive led. Obviously, I'm praying for God's will to be done, whatever aspect that is. I don't want my dad in pain. Don't get me wrong. God knows I don't want him in pain. It's hard, you're like, part of you don't want him in pain anymore, and you just want him to go peacefully and not suffer anymore. But then the other part of you is just like, I want him to live. I don't want him to go. And so it's a very difficult place, because you just wish you could just have the miracle and it be done and over with, and he's good again, and this is all over with. Yeah, exactly, Josie. Yes, I've been keeping up with my iron pills. Yeah, I've been keeping up with those and my medication. I have about a half an hour left before I take my nightly meds. So I am going to get off of here. But basically, like I said, guys, I think we are at the threshold of the last stages of points of this battle with cancer. And but like I said, I'm not going to be negative about this at all, because if I'm going to pray for a miracle, I have to think positive that he can do it. And I know he can do it. I know God can heal him if he wanted him to. But I don't know the plan. Only he does. And so I have to just, work with what I have, which is to go and see him when I'm able to. So tomorrow is my day off, and I am going to spend it with him. I'm going to try to take my boys and go up there and have some memories with him. Since he just had surgery, obviously taking him somewhere is not going to work. I wanted to be able to go up there. My dad really likes sweets. He likes sweet treats. And I wanted to go take him to get an ice cream cone or a sundae. But he just had surgery. He's still bleeding, and I don't want to do that to him. I'm sure My sister and brother-in-law who live with them and my mom are probably not going to let him travel too much from here on out, except for doctor's visits only. Um, and I can understand because I don't want my dad uncomfortable. I'm hoping the radiation will relieve pain for him. So that is the update. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Josie. Thank you all. Thank you, Valerie and Michelle and everybody, Southern Belle. Um, yeah, thank you, Southern Belle. Yeah, you know, I have felt regret in the past when it came to loved ones that I have not seen because, we're all mortal and we're only here but for a minute before we die. We don't have a lot of time on this earth. So, what time we have, needs to be worth it. Um, and no matter how much time my dad has, I want to spend what I can with him. Um, and like I told all of you, there's a lot of people that didn't know, but I said this in the past, I'll say it again. My dad and I, we have had a very troublesome, traumatic, volatile, um, heated, awful relationship for most of my life. Um, my dad and I just were polar opposites in a lot of way. Thank you, Lena. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you all. Um, yeah, my dad and I have had a very not so good relationship most of my life. Um, we've been civil, um, even in my adulthood. I've had several fights with him, arguments that just um, got really heated and awful, and we just um, we just are very different people in a lot of ways. And then there are some things we are very much the same on. Um, but we are very different in a lot more ways. And it comes out. Um, and through this time, of course, I've bit my tongue. I have let things go because his life has been greatly shortened. And I want to make sure that the last um, time that I have with him, however long that will be decent and won't be feuding and fighting and carrying on because, um, I wouldn't want to have that with my daughter in my last days, and I wouldn't want to have that with anybody. So for me, I'm choosing to let things go. Um, it doesn't matter how big or how small things were in the past, they're in the past. Right now, I'm living for what we have left, whatever time that is. And, you know, we're just going to see where it goes. It's a very different journey for me. My biological parents have both passed away. They passed away many, many years ago. And these are my adopted parents that I have left. And so not everybody has two sets of parents, but I do. And my first set are gone. So this is the last set I have left. And so, our relationship has been a work in progress. Um, Dad didn't act the same on the phone with me. He acted almost frustrated. Um, it was kind of troubling because he asked me, "So what's up? What did you want?" And I kept saying, "Well, Dad, I called to find out how you were doing." And I call him obviously, so it didn't make sense to me, but he's been in a lot of pain. And I know my dad well enough to know when he's in pain, he's short tempered. He gets easily irritated and frustrated. And so he wasn't his normal pleasant self with me. He acted like he kind of didn't want to talk to me, which is hurtful. But I have to be understanding. He's going through something I'm not going through. He's going through pain that I don't have. And I don't know what it's like to be in that pain. So I'm not upset with him. It's just, this is part of the journey going through this. There's times he acts like dad, and there's times he doesn't act like dad. And so I have to, just swallow and watch what I say and go with the flow, which I normally do, and be very understanding. So, tomorrow, I'm not sure how the visit will go. I don't know if, because he just had his surgery today, he might be more tired tomorrow. I just don't know. So it might not be a long visit. But I'm going to try to do what I can. I think what I'm going to do is buy some groceries and head down there and try to make my mom and dad a meal, and do a little baking. Dad loves his sweet treats. And so I'm going to try to make him something yummy, so that mom only has to worry about herself and dad because she's been very, very tired. So I'll probably go down there and make a meal. I'll probably try to do up some dishes for mom if she has dishes to do, or something like that, and try to make myself useful while I'm there. I'm just going to kind of roll with it and see where it goes. And I will try to vlog tomorrow on the way down, and let you guys know how it went, how it's going. Oh, hi, Elsie. Yeah, and I understand. I understand that. Yes, Kim, you're so right. Um, and yeah, it has not, I'll be honest, this is a man and that I used to hate. I used to live in fear. I used to be scared of him every day of my life. Um, and I hated him for a very long time. I did have hate in my heart, I think. I don't think it was full. I really can't say hate because I just wanted him to love me. It was more I couldn't stand the sight of him. Let's put it that way. I don't think I'd call it hate because I just wanted him to love me and I didn't feel loved. So it's been a long journey. I've probably went through every emotion with my dad that a daughter could go through, because of a very toxic relationship. Um, it, but, I'm still a work in progress. Um, Sometimes I still, like I said, sometimes things still happen or things still are said. And I have to bite my tongue and I have to just let it go, because some things still to this day can fester and things that are said and done can still cause some hurt. But it's been a journey for me to try to get beyond the um, get beyond the toxic place, and get my brain refreshed and steer it in a different direction. Sometimes I have to steer away from certain subject matters with my dad, because I on purpose don't want it to be a negative visit. So it's still a journey for me. But obviously I still love him. And it's getting harder by the day, knowing that his body basically is riddled with cancer, and there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing really anybody can do about it. But all they can do is keep him as comfortable as they can. And I'll find out more tomorrow. I'll find out how often the nurses come, and everything that's going on right now. They have not told me anything about hospice, but I know that is going to be the next phase in life for him, most likely. But like I said, I'm still praying for the miracle, and who knows, who knows. My dad's first name is Harold. Harold is his first name. Thank you, Josie. Yes. Oh, wow. Wow, Lena. Yeah, my dad's name is Harold, and here's what I am thankful for. I'm thankful that the stent replacement was successful, because remember how I told you there was a couple times that he was opened up that they couldn't get the stents in. So it is a praise report that the stents were successfully put in, the new ones. It's a praise report that he's home and he doesn't have to be in a hospital right now. So that is a praise report. And I'm just going to pray just mainly for his comfort, mainly for, to be as close to pain-free as he possibly can be. And usually he's in a positive, happy mood. He loves getting company. My dad is eating this. He's eating it up. He loves seeing all the grandkids come by and great grandkids visiting him. So he's been very grateful to see everybody. And I'm so glad everybody got off their butts and went to Michigan to see him. Yeah, it's going to be about, I don't know, an hour and a half, hour, 15 minute, whatever it is, journey to go see my dad. About an hour, 15 minutes or so. I'll clock it on the way down. So tomorrow I will probably vlog with you guys while I'm heading down, just because the last time I seen him, I was very nervous. My heart was like this, pitter patter, and it was just, I don't know why. I don't know why I was nervous. Just happened. But hopefully I won't be tomorrow and it'll be fine. But like I said, I think I'm going to make mom and dad a meal. I'm trying to figure out, I know what they like. I'm not going to make them liver and onions. No. That's one of they love liver and onions, and there's no way. I can't even stomach the smell. So that is not going to be made. So I'm figuring out what I'm going to make for mom and dad. I don't want to make ham and beans because it'll make dad really gassy. And so I'm going to think of something, and I'm going to make a meal for Dad. I'm going to buy groceries, and I'm going to make a meal for them so that Mom, because I know she's really tired. So I'm going to cook for them, do up some dishes. I'll see what needs cleaned around the house, and probably, you know, stroll around the house if they need the floor swept or something, and probably do some odds and ends over there, um, so that they can just rest and take it easy, and they don't have to lift a finger to nothing. Um, so I'll probably be doing that tomorrow. Um, so thank you so much, Valerie. Thank you. Thank you all for your prayers and love and concern. And thank you. I can't say thank you enough because it means the world to me. Um, it's harder for me to go through health issues with my family versus my own self. Um, it, as you can tell, it tears me up when my family members go through, um, or my friends even, to go through health issues. I'd rather have it me than them going through it. You know what I mean? It's just, it's hard for me to see my family go through stuff. So, yes, amen. And thank you so much for the prayers, guys. I love you all. I'm going to get off of here. Bob's going to be home soon. And so I got a big day tomorrow. And I appreciate all of you. And I'll be seeing you again. But tomorrow, yeah, I don't have any time frame. I don't have to go live. So I'm just going to go to my parents and hang out. And see what I can do over there. And Mom will probably put me to work. She'll probably have something for me to do. But I'm going to try to make them a nice meal. I think that'll something that they can put in the fridge for a while. Um, so yeah, I'm going to be thinking tonight about what I'm going to need, and probably make a grocery list and go to the store. Maybe even, wait, what time is it? Well, probably not tonight. I'll probably do it in the morning when I get up. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. It really means the world to me. You don't even know. So, thank you again, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll do a little bit of vlogging. I really want to get my dad on because I don't know. I want him to. I know Dad is a people person, and he likes company, and that's why I think it would actually kind of lift up his day if he went live with me, in a weird way. I know that probably sounds weird to you guys, but my dad really likes company, and because he's used to doing things all the time and seeing people all the time, you know. They go back and forth to town and go shopping, and they go see kids and grandkids and great grandkids. And so when he's down, he's like me. We're alike that way. When we're down and we're bedridden, we're down for the count. It's not good. It's not good. And my dad gets very, frustrated easy because he wants to be up. He wants to be doing. And so this is pretty hard on him that way. So, yeah, thank you, Southern Belle. Yeah, I know it will be. I'm sure it'll be a good memory. And like I said, I just want to go there, see what he wants, and I just want to make him smile. If I can make him smile, then my job is done. You know what I mean? And also, I want to make sure he takes his pain meds when he needs to, and try to help that way. And then I'll let you know how Mom is doing. Also, like I said, Mom is a mystery right now. We don't know exactly what's going on with her health. I think my sisters know a little bit more information than they're telling me. So hopefully I will get some info out about my mom as well. She's the one I don't really know at all what's going on, which is kind of scary. So, yeah, I'll give you an update tomorrow, and I'll see you guys later. And I love you all. Oh, Lena, did you get my email? I hope you did. Um, and I'll send you another email. I just wanted to make sure you got my email the other day. Yeah, yeah, that's what I want to do. I am definitely going to vlog because talking to you guys kind of gives me a calmness. Um, I can feel your love and support, so it helps a lot. Yeah, I will vlog a little bit. It's not going to be anything, crazy. Just and I'll maybe vlog a little bit of the area in Michigan so you can see a little bit of Michigan. Um, the sunset was beautiful tonight. I still see the sunset a little bit. There's like peach and pink and like a light blue. Oh, it's so beautiful, the sunset tonight. You guys go out there and take a look at your sunset. It's gorgeous here. Oh, thank you, Krista. And thank you all for coming and being a part of this. And I'm taking you along this journey of my dad's life right now, because it's a journey I've never been through. And it's nice when you have friends to go through this journey of life with you. And so, thank you all for being a friend to me. I truly mean it. This just helps me. It helps me cope with what I have to go through. Okay. But like I said, he's got a lot of tumors and cancer in his body, and we're just going to pray for the best outcome, whatever that is. And of course, I'm still praying for that miracle. Like I said, I'm an optimist until I have to be otherwise. So that's just how I am. But I'll talk to you all later, and have a peaceful, awesome night, will ya? I love ya. Bye, everybody.